Hello and welcome to the Tracy Show. Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday. Let's get right into it. I didn't go to church today, but I did watch one of my favorite pastors. He might be my favorite preacher, Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant. I don't care what many others say about him, but a pastor is still a man. He's still a man. And as a man and as a woman, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And we all, in the end, the aim is to have everlasting life and be honored by God by giving him all the glory, all the grace, all the honor, everything. God deserves everything. If God is not in what you are doing and what you are planning to do, it's not going to work. Now, today's message that I would like to share with you, because it was so deep. And if you can, all this month is going to be about family. Family matters. This month on Sundays, it's about family matters. And today was about trying to stay afloat. Just trying to stay afloat. And it hit so hard. It hit hard because it seems like that's what everyone is just trying to do right now. In these horrible times, we are just trying to stay afloat. So I'm going to talk through some of this, but I want to play some clips that I think are very important, especially when he starts talking about the children, our children. Parents these days, where are you? Where are you? Please. These kids are running out here like they don't have anything to worry about. Like there are no consequences. Like they can just do what they want to do, say what they want to say. No. And when you come up to the school, go up to the school like you didn't just hop out of bed. You weren't just laying home eating chips and dips and Cheetos, licking your fingers. You had to come from work, and that made you mad. Come into that classroom. Like school is not a game. Come into that classroom so the teachers can know who the parent is and who the child is. And when the child returns back into that classroom, you know that the mother has talked to the child. I want to play a few clips for you right now. I don't know who needs to hear this, but somebody, and no, it ain't just somebody. There's a lot of people who needs to hear some of this. I don't have the whole sermon. If you want to watch the whole sermon, it was today. Please go watch the whole sermon of Dr. Jamal Bryant today.
I'm going to bring flood waters on the earth. Amen. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. But I'll establish my covenant with you. You're going to enter the ark, and your whole family is going to be safe. I want to preach for a little while today using as a subject, I'm trying to stay afloat. I'm trying to stay afloat. If you feel that thing right in your spirit, would you just shout out loud, I'm just trying to stay afloat. I'm trying. You've been lied on, but you still got a good heart. You've been abandoned, still got a good heart. You've been abused, still got a good heart. Been neglected, still got a good heart. Been taken for granted, still got a good heart. You've been deprived of emotion, but you still got a good heart. You've been traumatized and unsupported, but you still got a good heart. I don't know where you are in this room. You don't have a whole lot of money, but you still got a good heart. Don't have a whole lot of fancy degrees on the wall or fancy cars in the driveway, but you still got a good heart. If there's anybody left that still got a good heart to them, would you give God glory?
So this is all starting off with the trying to stay afloat, like I said, and also with Noah, because God gets mad at the whole world, is mad at everybody. And he just wants to start over. But in the midst of that, one person still had a good heart. And that was Noah. How many of you, in the midst of everything that you're going through or that's going on out here in the world, still have a good heart? Let me know in the comments. If you still have a good heart, if you've been lied about, do you still have a good heart? If they talk about you, do you still have a good heart? No matter what's going on, no matter what's being said, do you still have a good heart? Let me know in the comments. If you have a good heart, put a red heart in the comments. Let's keep going.
God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, what Albert Einstein calls the unmoved mover, he wanted to start the earth over again. And some of us need to take a page from the book that God has written himself, but you're too afraid to start over. He wasn't afraid to deconstruct what he created. When you see that stuff is toxic, you don't have to stay in it. If it's imbalanced, you don't have to be loyal to it. And if your family is dysfunctional, God is going to help you to level set it. You don't have to go along to get along. Today is the day God is going to start your family structure life all over again. I don't know where you are, but there's some of us that need a do-over button. We need a freshening of what it is that we're in right now. God was sick of everybody. Don't act like you ain't never been there. God was sick of everybody. Y'all ain't never just been sick of everybody? Their breathing makes you sick. Y'all ain't saying the sound of their voice makes you sick. The way that they eat makes you sick. The way that they sit up in your living room makes you sick. The way that they laying up in the bed like they ain't got nothing to do makes you sick. The way that they ask you for something else makes you sick. Seen you exhibit it. They've seen you worried, they've seen you stressed, but they've seen you take a leap of faith. What have you shared with your family that you are believing God for? That if God doesn't get involved, that you're going to be embarrassed and it's going to fall apart. You got to let your children know that what's getting ready to happen is not going to be from osmosis. It is going to happen because God got favor on the life of this family, and I am trusting him for unusual exploits. Do you believe God or you don't? Do you trust God for something unusual? I hope somebody threw your child in the car today and said, let's drive to New Birth. I don't know what God got in mind, but I believe God's got something for you, because I done prayed too hard, cried too long, walked around too much to let my child end up as a status quo and as a statistic. The devil is a lie. No child of mine is going to be in the street. No child of mine is going to be running the street. No child of mine is going to be selling drugs. But every child that comes out of my womb is going to change the world and do something of impact, because God made me a promise.
I'm going to stop again right here, real quick. Can you imagine if all of us had that mentality to teach our children that you are not going to be what they want you to be. You are going to be better. You are going to be better than me. And you are going to make our ancestors proud. I will not bring a child into this world who thinks that they have to sell rugs or be in a gang or do this and do that, do everything that is wrong. And we have to realize, as children make many mistakes, but as parents, we're supposed to reel them back in. Sometimes you got to let them go through their mistakes until they actually get tired. You know how Reverend Bryant talked about, you ever looked at somebody and it stopped, everything about them made you sick, or everything about her made you sick? The way she ate made you sick. The way he sat in the living room, everything about the other person made you sick. And women, let me tell you something. Men, when women get tired, we're tired. We're done. I know for me, I am. When I'm tired, when I am to the point where I am tired, I'm done. And let me tell you, I'm a good woman. And I'm loyal. And I have a good heart. All these things you're hearing right now, I'm good. That's me. I work. I've been to college. I have my own business. Business kind of slowing down a whole lot now, but I've been doing it for almost 20 years. If Trump ain't bring his butt in here and stop vouchers and everything else, all this mess that's going on, it might be a little better. I don't know. It could be God's way of saying, start over. And I'm not afraid to start over. Not one bit. Because there's nothing that I did wrong. And sometimes it can make you feel like you're a failure. But there's nothing that I did wrong. I did everything that I was supposed to do, and more. And more. Let's continue.
You were born an original. You cannot die a copy. 33% of Gen Z, in a recent poll, 33% of Gen Z were asked what do they want to do in their careers, and 33% of them said they wanted to be YouTubers. Y'all done go quiet, no parents clapping, no parents cheering. Because I'm preaching to parents who don't understand more money is going to be made on the internet than in sports and entertainment combined. Laughing at what you don't understand, you better figure out, how do I support them? Come on, I can't hear nobody. How can I get behind them? Even if I'm the only one that subscribes to their page at this level, I want it on record that I believed in them when they had no following, but they had an idea. You got to sit down with it. Sit down with your children. Sit down with your family. And understand that nobody has a record of the dialogue that took place when God shut the door on them in the ark. Noah in the ark with his sons and his son's wife and his wife. And there is no recording. And I wanted to be clear, because I'm mindful that we're living in a misogynistic age and era. I wanted to be clear. Do not think that Noah's wife, while he was building the ark, was baking cookies. Building this thing together. Come on, I'm talking to married couples in here. You got to figure out, what can we build as a family? What can we build as a married couple? What can we build so that we can shift this family into a whole nother position? And whatever it takes, we got to do it together. Noah had to sit with his children, his sons and his daughter-in-law while they're on the boat and talk to them about the wild animals that were on board. Your problem, ladies and gentlemen, is you raising children that's as green as Kermit the Frog. You still think you live in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. It's a lot of wild animals that are around your children. I better drop that right here. I said it's a whole lot of wild animals that are around your children, and you got to talk to them and warn them about the animals that are around. You got to warn them that it's vultures around. Vultures, people who don't mind seeing them die and seeing them suffer. You got to tell them they got to be selective about the company that they hang out with, because some of them don't mind going to jail. Some of them don't mind getting shot. Some of them don't mind being in rehab. Let them know you cannot be around vultures. People who will eat off of your bad decision. People who will take delight over your poor choices. People who will celebrate you slipping into being average. Warn your children about vultures. But don't just warn your children about vultures. You got to warn them about snakes. Come on, y'all ain't saying nothing. I'm preaching to those of y'all that was raised by a black mama, and your black mama would tell you, you know that ain't your friend. Come on, I can't hear nobody. You know they jealous of you. You got to be careful of snakes. Some people just want to be around you to get access to what it is that you have. They see the favor that is on your life. You better be careful of the snakes. You got to warn your sons. Done got quiet. Warn your sons. Sit down with your sons and tell your sons, look at Travis and Shannon. Y'all done got mad. If ain't nobody else gonna say it, I'ma say it. You gonna lose everything playing yourself. Y'all gonna be quiet. Y'all better sit with me. If you don't see the beauty in your own mama, you don't see the beauty in your own sister. I can't hear nobody. If you don't see the beauty in the women that raised you, there's something wrong with you. You gotta learn how to identify the greatness that's in you. I'm not raising you to be a success and then you walk away from black women. Warn your daughter that on board are dogs. There are some people that just want to hump on them, but have no interest in who they really are. Come on, I can't hear nobody. You better tell your daughter, don't you send them pictures. Don't you open up nothing on OnlyFans. They can get that from anybody. But as for my daughter, you better put some clothes on and hold your head up and realize I'm raising you to be a queen. You ain't no jump off of no side chick. I wish you would. I'm raising you to change the world.
So I pray, I absolutely pray that anyone and everyone who has watched this will receive a message from this, and that it will encourage you to change things in your life that you may not be happy with and that you feel needs change. Also, should you need change, don't be scared to go for the change. You pray on it, you ask God about it, you make sure that God is in it with you, and I guarantee you, everything that you prayed for and more will be of abundance. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Have a beautiful, blessed week. And don't forget to do what? Like, share, and subscribe. And leave any comment that you may have about this video in the comment section. Whether you liked it, whether you didn't like it. Do you believe in God? If you don't believe in God, it's up to you. It's up to you. Love y'all. Peace out.